Okay, so we're going to go on to puzzle 2 for lesson 11, traversals practice. On the instructions, it says this program prints every element in the list and also numbers them. Add code to print a numbered list of every element in the list of colors. Now, I have it set right now where it shows that we do have a list, but this is down here in number 17 is where they want the new code to be put. They already created a list for us as an example to show us what's going on or what are they trying to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this piece up so you can see the debug console. Right now we're just kind of showing how the output looks as far as what the computer's doing. I'm going to go ahead and punch run to run it. And it'll run even though the code hasn't been completed because it's dealing with this one list right here. Remember, certain things can run as long as it's not really a big problem in the program. So right now it took the list. It took a list right here of dogs, cats, parrots, and you can see it corresponds with what's going on here. And it even says console log, here's my list of favorite pets. Remember when it says console log and you put in quotations, you're going to have it print out here at the bottom. Now, printing and numbering every element in the pets list. So they created another variable called pet. Remember, the original variable is called favorite pets. So this is not; these are two different variables. So make sure you understand that piece. Then they created a for loop. So it says for var I equals 0. That's setting the index. I shouldn't say setting the index, but it gives you a variable I as a getting the value of 0. Here, the I is less than favorite pet's length, which means that the computer's coming up here and counting how many pieces are here. One, two, three, four, and five. So we know this number is five, and then this is your counter. So we say right here it says pet equals favorite pets and I for the value that's going on as the loop passes through. Sorry, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Then it says we need the computer to print out in the console log an I plus one. So the reason they put the plus one is because if we go with the value that's here, it's going to put a zero rather than a one. So what we do is we tell the computer, hey, I want you to add a one to make sure that when it prints out, you're printing out the number that most people would start with, which is one. So right here we got var I, which is zero, plus one. That's how it comes out with the one. Plus, we need to put a colon right next to the one. You notice how there's no space right here. But right after it, there is a space. And last but not least is we're taking this variable, which comes from the very first thing on the list. You see how this is zero. Remember, all the lists always start with zero, or the index starts with zero. And then it prints it out, and that's how they do it. And they keep looping around until all these are done. Now, with that said, we're doing the exact same thing with colors. So the easiest way, now you can go ahead and go to variables and pull everything in and do all this other stuff. But the easiest way to do the code part is you click somewhere right here because it already has a comment down there. So I'm going to grab this piece, I'm going to drag over it, and I'm also going to drag over this right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's missing that whole piece. So then I'm going to go Control C. Now remember, you can drag the blocks up here, but I personally would just copy and paste it. And I'm going to keep moving you see this little black thing is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it down here, but it doesn't always do that. What I'll do is I'll do Control V where it is. It's going to move my comment down, but I'll have to just grab it, drag it back above it. There might be an easier way, but that's the way I'm doing it. And it did say, add the code to the list. And I'm going to put that one right there. So now we do have to change some stuff. That's the thing. We do have to change. I don't know why I grabbed the whole list because the list is up here. So since I made the mistake, I can grab this piece. Now make sure you're grabbing the right list. Remember, there's one right here, the one I copied. There's one here at the top. Don't grab the one at the top. You're grabbing This one right here, you're going to cause yourself a lot of problems. I'm going to grab it, drop it off, grab it here, drop it off. Now my codes look similar, but the only thing is I need to change your variable names. So we no longer have pets, its favorite colors. So I'm going to control C. And I'm going to come over here and find everything that says favorite pets. I'm going to change to favorite colors. And you're doing that for anything that has favorite colors. Now the other thing is we also have the variable pet, which is not really pet, it's color. So you can name it what you want, but make sure that you use the same variable again and again and again. So anywhere there was pet, I'm actually changing to color. Remember, this is only for this section right here. It's not for the upper section we're working with. So I changed it right here. I changed favorite color, but I still haven't changed it right here. And so I'm going to go do that too. And once I do that, the code is basically complete. I mean, if I hit reset and run it, give it a second. It says, here's a list of my favorite colors: red, green, blue, orange, and yellow. And it did what it asked you to do, put a number. Now you're probably thinking, well, what happened to the rest of it? If you notice the scroll bar now is at the very bottom. So you go to the top, there's your list of favorite pets. So just make sure to keep that in mind. We don't really have a ton of space on this program. I mean, you have to kind of use a scroll bar to go up and down. But that's how you create a for loop to traverse the information.